We're back on Smells Like 90's Rock. It's Hot Toddy and DJ P.O.R.C. Anything fun to report? I feel like we've brought the house down for most of this episode, which it's rightfully so. There's
My sister graduated high school.
That was great news, absolutely. Were you there for the graduation?
Yeah, I made sure to take the day off work and go visit and go to the auditorium for the ceremony. So
same. My cousin graduated. My cousin in Kentucky graduated from high school last Friday, a week ago, as you're listening to it, just a few days ago from when we're recording this. But so I went up to Kentucky. You talk about worried about COVID though, because I don't know about you, but you said it was in an auditorium?
Yeah.
See, that's
I was a little worried about COVID. But
I feel like that's better because
comfort in the fact that I'm vaccinated.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Auditorium's a little bit better than gym. We had to sit in a gym and sit in bleachers, and there was people all around. Like, you couldn't move. And so that was a little scary. Not to mention I had no back to me, and it was hot as hell. So it was torture, but we got through it. And that taught me I'm not real sure. I'm not sure if I'll ever make it through another graduation as long as I live. That was extreme.
Yeah, that was. It was extreme heat, and I was tired too because we were coming off the heels of like UT graduation weekend.
Oh God.
So yeah, I was tired.
Oh God. See, that sounds like torture to me. Having to do your job.
Its own kind of discomfort.
Right.
Although, hey, isn't Paul McCartney here this week?
This coming Tuesday, yes. And just word of warning: if you're not going to the concert, or if you're somewhere in the downtown area, stay far away from Thompson-Boling Arena because it's going to be a nightmare. Police are encouraging people to get there as early as possible.
I'm glad I kind of scratched that off my bucket list in 2013 when I saw him at Bonnaroo.
I toyed around with the idea of getting tickets, and I'm so glad I didn't. I'd rather seen Elton John anyway. Cheap. No, they're not. And I'd rather seen Elton John anyway. So I got to see Elton before he retired. So that's a bucket list thing for me. So, I'm fine. I didn't need to see Paul McCartney. I'm fine. It's really good. No worries.
I got to sing the end of Hey Jude in like a crowd of 70,000 people.
See, now that's
outside, which was nice.
See, now that's fun.
And we didn't have the backdrop of COVID or the emerging authoritarian state.
Right. Yes.
Everything's pretty normal. It was relatively normal in 2013.
Life was a lot simpler.
Perfect.
But it was a lot simpler back then.
It was simpler.
Mm-hmm. It was kinder, gentler times. It was before.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it when I did.
It was a couple of years before we as a nation decided, you know what, we don't want democracy anymore, and started the long process of tearing it down. And 7 years later, we're almost there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, that's See, oh, never mind. I was gonna make it even more depressing, but just
please, go ahead.
Well, I guess not many people will care, but like the singer from a band from one of my favorite extreme metal bands died. I just found out like 10 days ago, but there's no confirmation, but they're pretty sure he killed himself. So.
Oh, jeez.
And it was. A lot of people were talking about one of the interviews that he gave in the middle of last year because he was talking about his own mental health,
right,
sort of within the backdrop of COVID, and but he also kind of referenced too, like he referenced our government. He's like, it's kind of just sort of the way things are going. It's kind of solidified my worldview in a lot of ways, and I mean, it was really sad to hear. And that really messed with me too, because he's a death metal singer, but at the same time, just in every single interview, he's like the most likable, joking personality you would ever want to be around. So,
what band was he in?
The Black Dahlia Murder. They have no 90s hits, and
the lead singer of the Black Dahlia Murder died?
Yeah, his name's Trevor Strnad. May he rest in peace.
Oh, I had no idea. Now you've mentioned
they dressed up as Scooby-Doo and the Gang for one of their live shows. That's who they were.
And called themselves the Black Dahlia Murder. That's you're missing a golden opportunity. You should dress up like the Black Dahlia when she was killed.
Well, they weren't.
Well, actually,
the music was always done like to be as serious as a heart attack. And I mean, if you, I mean, it's hard to not read some of his lyrics and not be a little bit uncomfortable.
Oh, that bad? That bad, huh?
Oh yeah. So, but in every interview, you definitely got the impression that it was just kind of an act.
Actually, I'm glad they never did dress up as the Black Dahlia, because the Black Dahlia was found naked and cut in half. So Elizabeth Short, by the way, is the name of the young lady that was murdered in 1947. Cold case to this day. The Black Dahlia.
Yeah, gruesome crime, but
we're pretty sure we know who did it. George Hodel most likely did it. Y'all can read about this on your own. I don't want to bore you about it, but it is a cold case. It was never solved, but they're pretty sure. We all are pretty sure. Those of us who are internet sleuths, we're pretty sure we know who did it.
I don't know. Internet sleuths have gotten us into a lot of trouble before.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Maybe don't. maybe George Hodel didn't do it. Maybe I'm just spouting out stuff. I don't know.